learning from home, some in classes. The girls and the guys were all still focused on the mission. Starting with the last game of last year, they left with a bad taste in their mouth. But starting in March, they started thinking of something sweet. Oh, how sweet a championship would be. In March, they were committed to being 1% better than the day before. In the spring, it was about outwork other teams, a focus on the mission. In the summer, there were some 7-on-7s, and it was about out hustle the other team and focus on the mission. At the beginning of the season, it was hold your brother accountable and focus on the mission. Mid-season, you had to overcome some adversity.
Hey, Josh, check out your
People got
cousin.
hurt. But don't sweat the small things. I don't listen to outside noise. Just focus on the mission. On December 11th at 10:57 p.m. in a stadium that was built for Olympic champions, these Collins Hill Eagles completed the mission. Here are your 2021 7A Georgia State champions, the Collins Hill Eagles.
Come on through, boys! Come on through! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Josh said, what is going on? We're just celebrating our champion football team that competed last year in the football championship and won for the state of Georgia. And with COVID and everything going on, we weren't able to really celebrate them. So today we had a parade and now we have a celebration just to honor these guys. The community came
Now
together
a
and put it all,
presentation
came together and put
from
this
the
together. Immense,
JROTC.
leading this whole situation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Earlier this year, the Collins Hill community lost one of its very own. In January, Lance Corporal Jonathan Gerke, who was a 4-year cadet of our ROTC program, was killed in a training incident while serving his country. Today, we're honored, sitting in the front row, to have his family with us. If you all would please stand, and let's give them a round of applause.
Yes. Woo!
In honor of Jonathan's sacrifice and his family's sacrifice, I ask that you join us in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the ROTC Honor Guard and Color Guard. Today's American flag is being presented by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Lowry, the Georgia flag by Lieutenant Foreman, and our rifles by Cadet Hubert and Cadet Perez.
We will have Paige Brady present the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Good morning, everybody. This is the Collins Hill Coordination Ensemble. They're going to be singing 2 songs for you. The first one is our school alma mater. The second one is called Feelin' Good.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Ooh, blossom on a tree, you know how I feel.
That was beautiful, Sue.
Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, ooh, new life for me. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Yeah, freedom, mine. I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, ooh, new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Do 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 do. Birds flying high, sun in the sky, stars shining by. You know how I feel. Fish in the sea, rivers so free, blossom on trees. Dragonfly, butterflies, stars that shine. Yeah, freedom, mine. I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, ooh, new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Woo!
All together. All right. Thank you.
What a wonderful talents that we have in the high school. Let's give them a hand again.
Woo!
Well, let me introduce my partner in crime, Mr. Vince Johnson.
Woo!
Well, I call him Chris Tucker,
Oh!
and I am Jackie.
All right.
What a wonderful morning to have you here to celebrate the success of the champion Eagles football team.
Woo!
Just remember this day, we all come out because of your success.
Yeah. Yep. Woo!
And behind all the successful team, there's some coaches. Like I said, behind every successful man, there's a woman rolling their eyes. Not the coach. The coach is very proud of the team. So let me introduce to all these important people. These people are very important to you because they are our local government. And I don't care what's outside the world. You live here every day. Your local government is the one either make your life miserable or make your life very well. So work with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher up their name because I got this Chinese accent. So I guess I better let you introduce yourself, who you are. Oh, you know what? Chris Tucker got it.
Chris has got it. Oh my God. I also want to say, a big shout out to the families of the coaches, of the players, those mamas who
Yeah.
bring those kids
Woo!
out every Friday, during the week.
Yep.
For sure. My wife, Cynthia, she's
Woo!
one of those. And I mean, without that family, I don't know where this team would be. Without further ado, let me just move on. Let's get this mic right. Okay, I think we got something. District 2 board member, Steve Knudsen.
All right. Woo!
That was great, Chris. Not everybody gets my name right. So that was perfect. I appreciate it. I can even tell people it's Knudsen, and they go, okay, thank you, Mr. Knudsen. But anyway, I want to say a few words for the guys. Hopefully it applies to everybody. You know, as I was thinking about this morning and what to say that might be memorable, I thought maybe there's 4 words that I could talk about and leave them a little bit of time to think about it. The first word was failure. You know, without the failure at the end of last year, this team may not have been propelled to the success of this year. And you all know, as you live life and you have a little bit of perspective like an old guy like me, there's a lot of failure ahead, right? What you do with it is the important thing. How you react. Are you going to take that and learn from it? Or are you going to take that and let it affect you in a negative way? So that was number 1. And I loved, as I was looking at some of the background story, your quarterback at the halftime of the championship game said to his teammates, be better. When we face failure in life, be better. Discipline is the second word. We got to live a disciplined life. You know, these young men, what they accomplished over the 2 years of a worldwide pandemic took an incredible amount of discipline. Not just on the field, not in the field house, but in the classroom, in their community. When they weren't in this environment, they had to live a disciplined life so that they could be here to continue to compete. And you know, in crisis, that's when our discipline is really exposed, isn't it? We're not going to be perfect. We're going to have some failure like we talked about. But be disciplined and be better. Respect. You don't get to this point unless you respect the person next to you, on either side, in front, the other side of the ball. You don't get to this point if you don't respect your opponents. I was talking to Coach about that earlier. The fact that every week they prepared like they were going to play the Super Bowl champions. Because that week, it wasn't about what you'd done before. It was everything about what you were going to do that day. And part of that is respecting your opponents. Treating them with respect, treating them in a way that says, I know you trained for this, but I'm going to be better. And lastly, your dreams. And this is for some of you who don't have that scholarship offer, who still want to play the game. I had 4 children who all played college athletics. One of them after an ACL that took away her senior season in volleyball. A son who had, as a junior, 5 innings at bat and 5 innings in the field at North Gwinnett High School, went on to be an All-American. A son who didn't have a chance till his senior year at North as a receiver, an injury, and Coach talked about this. Did you know that there wasn't a game this year that they started all 22 starters? There were injuries that gave others opportunity, and they took advantage of that. Well, my son did that his senior year, but he still had no offers. Went to Troy University as a walk-on and earned a scholarship. And for parents out there and family members, I looked at him and said, D1? Come on, you can start somewhere. He said, no, I want to play D1. He proved me wrong. So encourage, and the 4th word is dreams. Continue to dream. Don't let anyone take away your dream. If you want to do it, there's a place for you to do it. And if you get over failure, show discipline and respect, you can accomplish your dreams. Thank you very much.
One of the guys said, I guess he's running for office. County Commissioner, District 1, Kirkland Carden.
All right. Woo.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for showing me a good time and inviting me to participate in this event. I've really enjoyed my morning spending it with y'all. First thing I want to touch on is take a moment to recognize the fallen Marine Lance Corporal Jonathan Gerp. Jonathan began his military career at Collins Hill High School here in Lawrenceville as a ROTC cadet. Earlier this year, January 2022, the 19-year-old was killed while on active duty in North Carolina. For those that know me, know that my mom worked for the Department of Veterans Affairs for 36 years. And for those who don't know, that's the federal department that's responsible for getting veterans their benefits when they come back into society, to help them transition when they come home and they're done with their service. I say that to say, I know firsthand of the sacrifice that these young people make for us to live the American experience. And as we're here today, celebrating this football title, let's make sure that we honor Jonathan and all the other young men and women that put on that uniform to serve our nation. So please join me in giving them a round of applause.
Yes. Woo! Man.
And I want to add this real quick. I know I speak for all of my colleagues when I say to Jonathan's family, if there's anything you ever need, please let me know. I am your commissioner. This is my district. And if there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to reach out. While in the parade, I also saw some flags for Ukraine. So I want to be sure to ask that you keep the countrymen and women of Ukraine in your prayers as they continue to deal with that military conflict. So today, we're here to celebrate this national championship, not national, state championship. Let me get my thoughts. But one thing I learned in life is that you can't get anywhere by yourself. It takes a team around you. It takes a village. And I know for me in my life, it's been my family, my friends, some of which standing behind me. And I know for this team, it took an administration, it took their parents, it took their siblings to be successful. So as we recognize these young men for sacrificing their time and their bodies to get here, let's be sure we recognize y'all as a community for supporting them. So real quick, I'm going to read this proclamation. I'm just going to say in advance, I'm going to recognize the team as a whole instead of reading individual names, because I don't want to embarrass myself or anybody else by butchering their names. All right, so whereas on December 18, 2021, the Collins Hill High School Eagles won the Class 7A high school football title against Milton High School. And whereas the championship game resulted in a 24-8 victory for the Eagles, making history as the first ever state champions for Collins Hill football program.
Yeah! Woo!
And whereas the members of the varsity team are stated behind me. Whereas the team is led by head coach Lenny Gregory and assistant coach Mr. Williams, Drew Swick, Tom Woodford, Hayden Gregory, Nathan Comer, Jared Carcuff, Christian Honeycutt, and their supporting staff. This team is also supported by Athletic Director Charlotte Grantham and trainer Mr. Bill Miller and Rachel Essington, academic coach Hale Chase, and physician Dr. Triumph, and chaplain Dr. Frank Cox. And whereas the Collins Hill community will celebrate the Eagles' historic victory with the parade on Saturday, March 19, 2022, ending at the Collins Hill High School football stadium, here we're at today. Now, therefore, I, Kirkland Carden, do by congratulate the Collins Hill High School Eagles on their success as Class 7A state champions. I encourage the entire Gwinnett community to rally behind these ambitious young student athletes and uplift them as they go on to accomplish great things. Go Eagles!
Woo!
Thank you, fellas. Oh.
Nadia.
Okay, got it. Oh, man. Was I supposed to let you say some more? Captains, hang out just for a moment. I'm sure some more people want to say something to you. Georgia General Assembly Representative Greg Kennard.
Woo!
Good afternoon and go Eagles. Collins Hill School has a very special place in my heart. This is the alma mater of my 3 daughters who graduated several years ago. But I remember lurking around these stands during football games, chasing boys off my 3 daughters. So it's very for me. But I'm so proud of Collins Hill. It's just not only a championship football team, but it's just a championship culture throughout the whole school, led by Carenza Wing and Scarlett Grantham. Let's give them a hand.
Woo!
So your Georgia House of Representatives is 180 members, and it was a unanimous resolution passed in the House to congratulate you. And there were 5 sponsors, including myself. And to my left and right is Dewey McLean and Beth Moore, along with Sam Clark and Jasmine Clark, who are the sponsors of this resolution. This is an interesting fact, but Representative McLean is a retired Atlanta Falcon, played back in the days from the Steve Bartkowski.
All right now.
Woo!
Woo!
I'd like to read the resolution. Correct. Congratulations to the Collins Hill High School football team for winning the 2021-22 GHSA Class 7A State Football Championship and for other purposes. Whereas the Collins Hill High School football team has established and maintained a proud tradition of excellence with equal emphasis on character and academics, and whereas the superlative team has completed another triumphant season of football competition by posting an outstanding record of 15 wins and 0 losses.
0! Woo!
And whereas the team brought special recognition to its school and to Gwinnett County by winning the 2022 GHSA Class 7A State Football Championship against Milton High School with a final score of 24-8. That's playing both sides of the ball. And whereas the phenomenal performance of the team is a clear indication of the outstanding athletic ability, dedication, hard work, and unity of purpose and spirit of each member of the team, its superb offense and defensive talents, and the astute direction of head coach Lenny Gregory. Let's give it up.
Woo!
And whereas this all-star team included seniors Spencer Anderson, Mente Bridge, Roberto Bryant, Malik Clark, Devin Davis, Rich Dorsey, Jaden Faison, Jalen Aaron Horton, Travis Hunter, Lucas Kulik, Osvaldo Lugo, Matthew Leperti, Giles Evan Mumboy, Jamoria McBride, Cameron Pedro, Richard Ransom, Asani Redwood, David Reyes, Cedric Richardson, Kobe Rogers, Ryan Stevenson, and Robert Watson. That's all the seniors. And whereas, as this big team earned its well-deserved reputation for excellence by performing with courage and precision over months of training and competition, it is abundantly proper to call them champions. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives that the members of this body congratulate the Collins Hill High School team for winning the state football championship and extend best wishes for their continued success. I would also like to say that a championship is not just an event, but it's a way of life. It's a mindset. Being a champion is just a culture that we live with in every area of our life. So congratulations to your continued champions.
Thank you all. You know, I'm State Representative Dewey McLean, but I'm also former Falcon Dewey McLean. And when I guess Representative Kennard asked me to join him today with this, I went back 51 years. 51 years I won the state championship, and the goosebumps came. So I'm just letting you know that 51 years I got goosebumps on the state championship win. So guys, congratulations to you. It's one of those things that you'll never forget.
Yeah.
The only thing that I was trying to do, and man, the school board Nugent was talking about, he said, Dewey, I couldn't bring my state championship ring because 51 years ago my fingers were smaller. So I couldn't bring it but to show. But I just want you all to know that it is something that will go a long way with you. And these young men will never forget it. And what you've got to realize as parents, thank you all parents. I thank the players. Can you all give your parents a hand?
Woo!
Give your parents a hand. Because believe me, I know what you had to go through to get them where they need to be. Now you just got to get it to the next level. And the only thing bad about this was I was not on the program to speak. But there's one thing you don't give a politician is a microphone. You don't give a former pro football player the microphone. So, but I do have it. And Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan ain't my fault. So they gave me the microphone. So I am going to leave with this. When I say go, you say eagle. When I say eagle, you say go. Go!
Eagles!
Go!
Eagles!
Go!
Eagles!
Eagle!
Go!
Eagle!
Go!
All right, go Eagle.
Well, good morning, everybody. My name is State Representative Beth Moore, running for State Senate to represent the Collins Hill area. As the only female elected official up here, I just want to take a second.
Yeah.
I just want to take a moment that the people behind me are not just the young men, it's the young women
Yes.
serving in the cheerleading team.
Yes.
I want to acknowledge them as well. Thank you to the cheerleading
Yes.
team. You ladies
Woo.
are athletes and champions as well. So we see you, we acknowledge you, we value you, we thank you for your contribution to this team as well. Thank you all.
I was gonna say that. What do you took the line right out of my mouth. I'm telling you. Jackie. Well, I'll let you say that.
Wow, he's just speechless. Okay. You just hit the words that I want to use. You say contribution. Okay? Can you follow my hands action? This is not a dance. Okay, keep your hands up. Okay, now slowly go reach your pocket. What's in there? A wallet. Okay. So contribution. Thank you. Well, I have to confess, I was not any sport fan. When the team win the championship, I got a news feed on my phone. I started reading it. I feel like, oh, where did I from? Okay, Jackie Chan is from Richland Homeowner Association. Collins Hill High School is right in the middle of our home association. So I felt like there's something that Richland can do for the high school and the football team. So I reached out to coach, and then I learned the fundraising is important for the success. I always thought, when I saw the kid knock on my door for money, I go, why can't they buy their own equipment? And I have this conversation with my wife. I say, let me try to knock on my neighbor's door and ask them for money to go on a vacation. It might work. But I learned something. The school needs you, the team needs you. And I encourage you to be a little bit more generous and to help support the funding for the football and also the school. And I want you to talk to your representative and ask them to bring us the digital board that with a huge screen. We need that money. All right? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, right? But you have committed. So we're going to see their screen this summer.
Woo!
Okay. So the one that's big enough where you can see a live game and then see the touchdown and all the good stuff on it. So you can cheer on it. And even maybe you got a screenshot on it, right? So make sure you call your commissioner, your senator, your representative, your president, your congressman, anybody. Call them and say, we want that screen. Now, okay, with that said, I just appreciate a beautiful weather that we have today. And it was raining like crazy yesterday, and it was like, it's going to rain again soon, right? But we have this open up for us. And we also have food trucks in the back there. I appreciate for the coming. And this is not the end of it. I just filling in so he can, gather himself, right? This is a filling time. You ready? Okay, if he's ready, I'm passing the microphone back to him. Just remember.
Oh, okay now.
Got it? Okay.
Did not expect that. Wow. All I really wanted to say is also thank the communities. Richland and Edgewater were the two organized, well, Vince, me, and Jack Chan. Don of Richland planned this whole thing. We've been working on it since January 1st. And it's a labor of love. So really, thank you all so much. We want to thank all the communities, not just Edgewater, not just Richland, but all the communities that support this cluster. All right, so we're about to wrap this out. Boy, I know you guys are ready to see who. Let's talk to these guys. Principal Wing is next.
I just want to say a huge thank you to Richland and Edgewater for organizing today. I want to show much appreciation for all of our elected officials that have come out and provided proclamation and words of encouragement. But I especially want to thank all the parents, the school staff that has supported this. We've got parents working in the press box today, JROTC, who received an exceptional rating on their inspection. They did a great job today. And this season, and football, any football season, is a labor of love, and it is something that happens with the entire community. Every Friday night, this is the biggest production we put on where we invite the community to our school. So thank you for your support. It does not go unnoticed. We had some huge crowds this year, and we're excited to have everybody coming back next year. And I just want to say how incredibly proud I am of this team behind me.
Yes.
They have been working probably since they were yay high for this moment that they had in December. It is the very first time our school has received the honor of earning a state championship in football, and that's been 28 years coming. And there's a lot of big shoulders that they stood on as this program was built from the beginning in 1994. So thank you to everyone. I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, Ms. Scarlett Grantham.
Wow, it's hard to follow that. Thank you so much for coming out today. It's an honor to serve as the athletic director here at Collins Hill. I'm honored to work for Miss Wing, the National Principal of the Year.
Woo!
And I really want to just follow what she said. Thank you so much for the support that you've shown us this year. I'm so proud of this team. I appreciate our elected officials coming out today. And thank you to Vince and Don for coordinating this and carrying the ball on this. So thank you. you, and we look forward to seeing you in the stands this year. Go Eagles! Coach Lenny Gregory.
Woo! Hey!
Piggyback on Principal Wing and Scarlett Grantham, and just thank the elected officials for being here and how important you are to this community. Our two neighborhood leaders, Dom and Vince. A lot of people don't realize that this was started the first week of January, where they reached out to me and said, look, we want to do something, and this is new grounds for us, so we didn't know all the things that this was going to entail. But I just want to thank you, Collins Hill community, for coming out and supporting us almost 3 months later. So in the future, right, because we're going to do this again.
Woo!
We know what to do. We'll probably do it like the week after we win it, okay? I want to thank Principal Wing and Scarlett Grantham, our athletic director, for believing in me. 5 years ago, we sat in the office, in the main office, and we talked about what my vision would be. And to sit here and look at this trophy, that was my vision. My vision was to create a state championship and a national brand, a nationally recognized football program. It took 5 years, but it happened.
Yep. Woo!
Now the standard is the standard. And it's not just Collins Hill football. It's ROTC, it's cheerleading, it's the band, it's the basketball team, baseball team. It's a community. And we got so many players that are playing multiple sports, and I encourage that. The stronger our academics are, the stronger our athletic programs are, the stronger this community is going to be. Our real estate values are going to go up.
Yes.
People are going to want to be in this community. We have a special community, we really do. 2 years ago, I got hired in 2017, and 2020, my wife and I said, you know what? We can't be interested in this community. We got to be committed to this community. So we moved. In 2020, we moved into this community, and I see my little Eagles running around, my little 8-year-olds that are going to be 9-year-olds. I met Vince at the pool. So I'm in, we're ingrained in here, and I'm really excited about the future and what's going to happen, not just in football, but what's happening in our other athletic events. I want to thank our parents. Vince talked about the commitment that it took to win this. What he left off was the entire summer, and our parents that are dropping their kids off in the morning and picking them up around noon all summer long. And without your commitment and buying into what we wanted to do, none of this is possible. I want to thank my players for buying into this program, and just the commitment that they have put to getting this done and believing. My first year here, the motto was trust the process. It was hard. It's hard to see where I wanted to take this program. Then the next year was make them believe. Okay? And that, just getting the belief and why we do what we do, what the standard is. Then year 3, it was we live it. And when we say we live it, it's not just on the field, it's off the field. What you do, academics, your character. Then after that, it was take to win. We had to get to a point where we can win those close games. And we did that in 2020, making it all the way to the state championship. And then this year, it was finish the mission. We finished the mission. I want to thank my assistant coaches. I got the best coaching staff in the country. They work long hours. I want to thank their wives. I want to thank my wife for allowing us to devote our lives into these young men. And without that support at home, we could never do what we do. All right? I'd like to bring up my offensive coordinator and my defensive coordinator right now.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
A lot of people have heard about the turnover in our staff. We've had three of my staff got head coaching jobs.
Wow.
2 of them got coordinator jobs. And a lot of our guys have gone on and got promotions. But the one thing is, I'm not going nowhere. I'm the head coach still, and we're going to build this thing back.
All right now. Woo!
So I want to introduce my offensive coordinator, who is now the head coach at Archer. This is one last time I get to see him in green. I appreciate him so much, Dante Williams.
Woo!
Thank you for that. This is, kind of bittersweet. I've had an incredible time here at the Hill with these boys and this staff, Coach Gregory, Principal Wing. It's been incredible. And it's put me in a position for myself and my family to take a head coaching job and, just try and do what Coach Gregory did here and bring a championship to Archer. So it's bittersweet to leave the Hill. I'm glad I was able to do this and be a part of this with you guys. So for one last time for me anyways, go Eagles.
Woo!
Introduce my defensive coordinator. Coach Williams' offense last year, our offense, averaged 39 points a game. #1 offense in the state. Coach Swick and the defense held the opponents to 5.8 points per game. This team is only the second team in the state of Georgia history. Oklahoma, so he don't count. But this team is only the second team in state history to win all 15 games by more than 15 points. But the only team to score an average of 39 and only allow 5.8. Best team in school history. So we talk about commitment. I want to talk about Coach Swick, and I'm going to let him talk. Coach Swick, my first year, I knew that we had problems with our 8th grade football program. So I told Coach Swick, he's a young coach, and my son, Hayden Gregory, who now is a head football coach in Bluffton, South Carolina, I told them that they were going to, after our practice, they were going to go to the 8th grade practice, and they were going to teach those kids how to love football and teach them fundamentals and get them prepared to win a state championship. Thank you, Coach Swick, for the investment that you made in these kids 5 years ago.
How y'all doing tonight?
Woo!
So I've been an Eagle all my life, and
these players, the community, the faculty, Ms. Wing, Scarlett. Everybody puts in a lot of work because we love this place. I stayed at Collins Hill because I wanted to win a state championship, and I want Collins Hill to be one of the best programs ever. It starts with the players, it starts with a commitment, it starts with our wives, our families that give us the time to, do what we love. And one of my main things was I wanted to work as hard as I can. It just means more being at Collins Hill. So this one's for y'all. Woo! Thank you.
The captains of the football team. Let's hear it for those captains.
First one I'm going to introduce, really a guy that's the backbone to this team. Well, they all are. But this guy, if you saw his helmet, it looks like it went through a meat grinder. Played probably about 150 snaps, never came off the field per game. Played offensive line, defensive line. Has a huge future in front of him. Jalen George.
The first thing I want to say is I'm proud of my boys back there. All the hard work we put in really contributed to the success that we had. Especially after the year that we had last year, going against Grayson and losing. We knew we had to come back and finish the mission that we had. So I want to say I'm proud of my boys, and I'm glad that we won. Go Eagles!
Woo!
Next one goes down as one of the top quarterbacks to ever play in the state of Georgia. He's broken every quarterback record here at Collins Hill, which is big time with Taylor Heineke. And going to Missouri, we think. Big time baseball player too. So you guys out there that don't think you can do two sports, Sam Horn.
Woo!
This is pretty cool. Obviously, it's a dream come true. I grew up watching games, watching my brother play, and to be able to, finish the mission, win a state championship is huge, especially with the guys back there. We all grew up together. Some of us were all in kindergarten together, and we all had the same dream, so it's pretty cool. And I just want to thank Coach for believing in us, and thank everybody else. But this is awesome. Go Eagles, and we'll remember this forever.
Woo!
Next captain was really our quarterback on defense. Nobody watched more film, studied our opponents, and put more into our game plan than our safety, Mente Bridge.
Woo!
Thank you. I just want to say, like Jalen said, I'm proud of all my players back there, all my guys. We knew how good we was gonna be back, in 8th grade. We knew we had to put in the work, and we did that, and we good. We completed the mission, so yeah, go Eagles.
Woo!
All right, the other quarterback on defense is our inside linebacker. And again, this guy is Mr. Everything in the classroom. He's a high character kid. He was our leader, got us lined up. I think he had 1,000 tackles this year. Rich Dorsey.
It was great to win the state championship last year.
All right.
Last but not least, probably one of the greatest stories in all of high school football. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he moved from Jamaica, was sitting in the classroom, I think it was Coach Gregory, Hayden. So my son Hayden Gregory, which is a history teacher, it was Coach Swig too, and Coach Swig said, hey, you need to come out and play football. So he shows up in the middle of a pandemic. We didn't know what he was going to be. 2 years later, he's an All-American, All-State, broke our sack record, and he's going to West Virginia. Shawnee Redwood.
I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to everyone making College Hill a family for me. I really appreciate these past 2 years doing soccer, wrestling, football. It's been a great journey, and I really appreciate everybody. You know, we came in, fell short last year. This year, finished what we aimed for, and that was great. Still missing our rings though. It was great. Yeah, thank everybody for coming out. Y'all came to every game. It's always a packed stadium. Really appreciate that. Oh, Tuesday we played for a regional championship of soccer. Make sure y'all show out too.
All right. The next celebration will be our ring celebration. And that's going to be on May 20th at North Metro. I think it's going to be at 7 o'clock. So if you're free, join us. Vince?
Turnover chain, turnover chain, turnover chain, turnover chain, turnover chain. Oh, okay.